Adam, Teresa, Mike Cunningham is a local freelancer. He's been working on this script for nearly 30 years. After sharing it near and far, he finally got the call from LA back in 2022. It's also drawing some special appearances from the likes of Chevy Chase, Randy Quaid, and Brian Doyle Murray, the original stars of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And to summarize the last month, he boils it down to surreal. Mike Cunningham grew up in Ilion, New York, outside of Utica, but he's called the Rochester area home for 40 years. For much of that time, he's put pen to paper, writing the Christmas letter, and now that script is on its way to the big screen. It's based on a true story, letters written with a pen pal overseas at Christmas time.
I had to kind of live my life for it to actually come to fruition, because I have this friend in England who's, I always say we live on the opposite ends of the socioeconomic spectrum. I get this Christmas letter and he tells me all this stuff, and I'd write back, I went to Wegmans today. You know what I mean? And nothing against Wegmans, but you know, it's the fact that I had such a pedestrian life compared to him.
Cunningham was a copywriter for Gannett. He was let go in 2007. That same day, a silver lining, which he says could have been a sign to keep writing.
Anyone who loses a job, it's not easy. And what's waiting for me in the mailbox when I get home is his letter. I'm like, ah. And so it's just, that's where it really started to germinate.
Fast forward to 2022, the script had been shopped by production heads and also shared online, where it was picked up by Angus Benfield, a writer and producer out of LA, who's now starring in a lead role. Shoots have taken up the last month in Utica and beyond, bringing in some big names along the way.
I always assumed it was going to be low-key, you know. Then the talk was about Angus was friends with the agent for Chevy Chase, and not to get into too much detail, but there was a fluke piece of information that I received from a guy at the Buffalo Film Commission that I passed along, which kind of sealed the deal to bring Chevy Chase in. And when that happened, Randy Quaid, who's been going out on his little tour with him to do the Christmas Vacation tour every year, this kind of talk about the film, he decided he wanted to be part of it. Then Brian Doyle Murray decided he wanted to be a part of it. So it's just sort of snowballed that way.
As production comes to a close, Cunningham is thankful to the actors and crews who have taken part, most of them locals. The story's theme, he says, comes full circle.
The moral of the story is you have to decide what's more important, the life that you wish for or the one that you already have. Because we all kind of overlook what we have. The whole thing is so surreal. I'm just a schlub from Ilion, New York, you know. I'm a guy who, just like anyone who's trying to do anything big in their life, it's a dream, that's all.
After all those years, Cunningham never gave up on this project, on that script. And a fun fact, the man he exchanged Christmas letters with all those years is in fact playing an extra in the film. It's expected to be released later on this year, just in time for the holiday season. There's also a Facebook page for it. The crew is sharing regular updates there. We will have a link to it on our website, rochesterfirst.com. Adam, Teresa, back to you.